Hi, I'm Ryan. Welcome to Felt, a programming language for arts and crafts. It's a design for a programming language, a tree walking interpreter for that language, a compiler which outputs WASM, a runtime, a linker that combines that runtime and that output WASM, and some editor tooling. So the goals, I would generally describe at a high level Felt as a toy language for making toys, because I am not building this language in a production-y, serious way, and I'm not writing anything production-y or serious with it. Instead, I have like 3 goals in order: have fun, learn something, and prove a point. You might notice that be useful isn't on that list, and we'll get to that in a second, but that's an intentional omission. So having fun, writing a compiler and creating a programming language is a series of like weird, crunchy, logical computer science challenges that you really only get in like a classroom. You're creating trees out of parsed data and then manipulating those trees and transforming those trees and making graphs out of trees. A lot of trees are involved. And you're never going to run out of things to do, right? You're never going to run out of like interesting, thinky problems to solve because frankly, you're never going to finish it. So I intentionally did not prioritize being useful. Useful and fun, I think, might be antonyms. For example, you might, when you're writing a program, want to parse some JSON, take some data, and serialize the JSON. That means that you're either now writing a JSON parser in your language, or you're binding to an existing JSON parser, and then you're gonna have to like figure out how to link in your JSON. And like, so now you're creating all these new problems, right? And now you have your JSON. I guess you want to send it over a network or write it to disk or something. So now you have another set of problems. The only place I made concessions to usability was game development. And basically everywhere else that being useful meant doing something that wasn't fun, I decided not to do it. Here are some needle-felted mushrooms my partner and I made, which was the inspiration for the name for the language, because needle felting is this craft that requires like industrial capacity. You have to make these really specific needles, and then all you get to do with it is make fun stuff. You can't like needle felt a coat. You'll be there for a long time. So you have this like real heavy industrial process, and then at the end, all you have is arts and crafts. And that's like the motto of Felt to me.